gained here for Mad. Still unable to really find a foothold in this game whatsoever. Weibo Gaming just kind of taking whatever they would like. Let's have a look at this one more time.
Yeah, and it's really all about the map, right? You're looking at the map, they had this extra man moving down, or so they thought, so that's why they're playing so far up, so aggressively, because Hilly's trying to bait them into the fight. They think they have a 4v3 setup, but when it's a 4v4 and you don't win it, all of a sudden, Hilly's just going to be that free kill.
And now you get to continue this pressure on the bot side for Light and Crisp. You picked up the level 6-4 Light, so you can start to play heavily aggressive around Crisp as well. Plus the fact you have full control on this bot side means that you actually open up the opportunity for Crisp to start roaming up towards the Dragon if you're, Rift Herald if you really want to. I think the only thing you do have to be a little bit careful of is like a random Karzi ult moving up towards that Rift Herald and kind of changing that fight in favor of Mad. But honestly, with the amount of control that Shyyy has in mid, Shyyy who has in mid, Shyyy has in top, Shyyy who has in mid, it makes it very difficult then for Mad to really in a position to
Right now, you can just see some trading here towards the top side, and the Infernal Chains are not going to be broken. Shyyy going to win that one out very, very effectively against Chasey, who's doing his best to hold on, is in the farm department at least. Rift Herald is about to spawn.
I was slightly surprised that Chasey actually went with the Sheen first buy, because the Shyyy is basically just refusing to trade actual autos with them, right? He's just poking him down. And the Sheen is going to do nothing for you if you can't actually get in for those grasp autos, those trades. Shyy's playing really well around it, you know, making those little adaptations. He says, well, we don't need to trade melee. I can just be a spellcaster. I'm just going to press Qs on you and keep backing it up and slowly chip you down, because the Sheen is worthless if you're not actually getting in the mix.
There's also the fact that oftentimes you see the Thornmail rush into champions like the Aatrox. We don't necessarily like it all that much, but it is something that you do certainly do. Chasey not going to go that direction, at least not for now. And we'll see whether he can get any of that grasp value. Mad over-indexing here towards this bottom side of the map. That is going to mean a 3 Herald goes over towards Weiwei. We'll see where he decides to put that one down, as Arrow is going to fly through, connects onto Xiaohu. There's the Chain Lash as well, as Niski is trying to get enough damage here. The Flash Spirit Rush is going to come through though, and Ari, a very difficult champion to lock down. Weiwei now having to deal with Niski as well. He has a Magnet Storm, as now Cease and Desist comes through as well, and the Realm may not be as lucky, but he's got Flash. He's going to try and flash away. The charm is decent, and they do eventually pick the kill off. Niski collects one for Mad.
The charm was huge there. It actually prevented Niski from going over the wall. Sent him beautifully, but Niski wants a bit more. Not going to be able to get it. A shout who's able to clear out the wave. Mad lines, they thought they had the play, and Wave will turn it around.
Yeah, they do end up getting that kill, you know, at the end of the day, but it did cost them a lot, right? You know, they kill off Weiwei, but it is 3 flashes committed there, plus a lot of ultis, and now no flash, no ulti.
The Hex Flash comes in, that's the abscond. It's a decent charm, but it's just going to delay the inevitable. Xiaohu goes down, and they'll take a play for their trouble as well.
Big greedy play coming through from Xiaohu. He was winning heavily on bot side. You can see that freeze is going to cause Karzi issues as he's trying to make his way back into lane, but he's going to lose out on all this CS. So Yoya trying to play alongside them, but Weiwei's in the area.
Oh dear, he has to flash to get himself out of the way. That is going to be the Shatter. He's trying to get it done, but not too much more. Zillisan is going to at least tell everyone to stop the fighting. They will acquiesce for now, but here towards the top side, Chasey is continuing just to have a really tough time.
And honestly, in these matchups, it just kind of gets less and less fun as you get more levels, more CDR, you're constantly getting chipped away at. So we'll see. Weibo trying to threaten that dive. They pull Weiwei down once more, but this time Elioya is in range to answer, so they're not going to go for anything super aggressive. But still, it is that 20 CS lead. It is this initial play here, though, with the arrow starting it off.
Yeah, I mean, Niski here, you can see, goes in, holds on to the dash because he wants to try and follow with the chains. I think they actually time out. So it ends up Niski then following up onto Weiwei instead. And then you'll see just here in a second, as they go in over the wall, Weiwei is waddling for dear life to get over this wall, but the charm stops Niski from following over, sends him back into the position, but Hilly already there to try and follow up, and then Hilly again making the difference here.
Yeah, this is just great from Hilly. He committed the flash on the previous play, now makes use of that X flash. No flash, no ult available for Xiaohu. Could be in trouble.
Yeah, there's a Cease and Desist. The Spirit Rush is going to come through, stolen away by Niski. The arrow is unnecessary, but looked cool. And here on the bottom side, Weibo Gaming are going to answer back.
This is not the Mad lines that we see in the LEC, though. They don't play for Niski. They don't play to try and set him up. And right now, he's sitting at 3-0. Now, yes, Weibo are getting big leads and big advantages on this bot side, but this game is starting to turn into Light versus Niski.
It really is. Niski 3-0 at this point. They are going to be able to get the first tower here, and Hilly may regret his positioning as that tower's going down.
Yeah, he's trying to get rid of Weiwei. He's lit on fire as well. There is the Magna Storm, the Shattering Strike, and the Cow. Not a whole lot of places to go, but does have a decent amount of durability, but I don't think Gazi's going to offer enough back. Some more headbutts to come through here, but look at all those sticks, and they are going to be wrenched out for the kill for Light. Meanwhile, on the top side, can they do anything? The answer might be no.
It's no, and now with Hilly just giving over a freebie, it's like, why are you there? You're under the tower. It's at what? Not even 10% health, I want to say. He gives over the death, and that means that they can push on the tier 2 as well now. There's a TP here from Nisqy, though, trying to punish.
Yeah, he's going to try and find these chains, connects them there. Shyyy, not a whole lot of places to go. He gets some plate gold, but that might be the consolation. Gets the Everfrost. Charm's going to connect as he dabs and grabs the kill with a Q. That was pretty clean.
I mean, really cool stuff from Nisqy. Managing to get that kill 4 to his name at the moment. And now he really needs to be the one that carries Mad Lions forward in this game. You can see the setup here. Immediate ult coming through. Shyyy tries to get away, but the lockup from the buy, the Everfrost, and the silence is too much. But as Azale was saying, why in the name of God is Hilly here? There is nothing he's going to do to hold on to this turret.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to finish him off.
I mean, you look at the map. Karzi's still over here. He's not even there yet, right? It wasn't even like he was close. There was no one else moving down. There's nothing going on there. So he just gives over a freebie, loses the ulti, and it allows him to push on the tier 2. But then Nisqy again, great punish here on Shyyy, was pushed up, didn't see the TP coming through, no flash, no ult. Mad have just been relentless in punishing Shyyy here in mid lane. Every single time he's missing those resources, they're there to kill him.
But this is where now Nisqy needs to try and find ways to punish Weibo and get around Chris' ultimate. Because yes, you've got Nisqy's absolutely massive, but Light is just as big. And the big thing that you have to try and find is ways to disassociate Light from Chris, because those ultimates are going to be a pain. The lockup that Renata can offer is going to be a pain. And even Light just having the, hey, I'm going to yoink Crisp and send his body to deal with you is also an option. So this is where Elyoya and Nisqy have to work together to shut down Light in these moments.
They can actually do. Shyyy moving towards that top side. You can see there is no one up there. Managed to get that shove onto the outer turret. Nisqy going to clean that one up. Does mean that a lot of the gold for Mad is now far and away from any potential engagement. 4 minutes though on this next dragon. And only 35 seconds on the Herald. Could be the next moment after this siege from Weibo in the mid lane. Hylissang off on the side. You can see now Nisqy's moving down, but Hylissang's already taken so much damage. The autos fly through the red, not enough to grab that kill, as the MasterCard lane economy snapshot is not great for Mad unless you just look at mid lane.
I mean, it's great for Nisqy. It's not great for the rest of them, though, as Light is monstrously ahead here on this Callista. And when you're playing a composition like this that is built to enable him with Renata behind him, that's a position for success.
They managed to get the cleanse. There's a hostile takeover as Light is able to get through it. Yeah, really cute with the Pierce.
That was actually really cool. Yeah, hops forward with that Q, knowing that it's not gonna, that's not gonna hit anything. It's delaying the auto attack time there, plus gets in the extra space there. So well played, and now just gonna move straight over to this. They want to keep stacking these objectives.
Yeah, I mean, Weibo just know, hey, look, that was kind of everything used by Mad to see if they get in there. Hilly has to go for the reset, so let's go for this. But the damage isn't quite there. Now Weibo are in trouble.
Yeah, Handshake is actually going to miss as Elyoya gets in there. Weiwei is able to take down this Rift Herald, but there's the Everfrost. The Rel's in so much trouble. Hostile takeover. He flashes the wall again, but Nisqy flashes over as well. Everfrost is decent from Shyyy, who flashes away from the situation. Handshake doesn't quite work out as finally Chris will go down, and also they're able to get over and clear out Weiwei, but here comes the Shyyy, trying to stack up these Qs, but he's CC'd. Oh, the core drink is massive, but it's not enough, and Mad answer back.
Mad are not G2. They will not let the Shyyy take this fight out of their hands. They flash over the wall. They punish Weibo because they can't take the Rift Herald. And Mad, this is the moment we're talking about. When you doubt them the most, they just come alive.
Matter's popping off in this game as Weibo looked like they wanted to re-engage. You can see there was some hesitation until all of the extra members showed up there from Mad. You know, even when Light pulls out Crisp there with the ulti, you know, this is the initial play. Weiwei is going to kind of have to give his life to be able to play in this Herald. He realizes, okay, I can't actually get out, so I'm just going to go forward and grab this up. Chris gets ulted over the wall. But watch the hesitation here. They say, okay, maybe we can actually turn. I don't think they realized how many members were here because Chris starts going back in, and Light's in trouble as he's being slowed down.
Yeah, I don't think they expected Chase to TP in. He had the TP advantage, and they thought, okay, the Shyy's in position to follow up. But Gardy flashes forward, doesn't get hit up by the Shyyy, finishes off the Callista, and at this stage, they're just able to follow up perfectly onto the play. Mad, that was beautiful stuff.
feel like if the Shyyy had got like one more Q, maybe everyone dies. But the layering of CC from Mad, absolutely fantastic. And they're keeping themselves in it. They are, in fact, ahead in gold. As you have a look at the gold difference over time powered by AWS, it was all looking Weibo. And now the Mad Lions come alive.
It is looking like a massive swing there. And even if Shyyy had just gotten there a little bit earlier to actually be able to go for that engage when Light was still alive, but he was just so low. There was that brief moment of hesitation where Light and Chris weren't sure, can we take this fight? Can we not take that fight? Chris took that one step forward and Carsey just went for him.
And now that's given Niski the opportunity to pick up his Danya's Hourglass. That makes him so much more difficult for Weibo to deal with in these team fights. Even the positioning that Weibo or the Mad Lions have on things like Dragon in 35 seconds as well, it's going to make this much easier for them to get a second Dragon, try and keep Weibo in check.
But there is a Rift Herald in the hands of Weibo. They were able to get Weiwei into that pit to collect the eye. Yes, it ended up meaning that he overextended, did fall down, but now they can use that to get some control of this river. Unless Weiwei dies, just takes a bit of damage. Of course, pretty tanky is the Rel, but still, Weibo Gaming use that and they get the ability to walk into the river.
Now, this is a big question here for Matt. You just won a big fight, but are you willing to actually take this? There's no flash on Carsey, there's no flash on Niski. The Shyyy does have flash, as does Chris, and you have to be careful if you enter this fight and you do lose heavily. Weibo are going to be massively in the lead again.
It's only second Dragon for both of these teams. You don't necessarily feel forced to fight for this one, but it gives you so much extra tempo. One singular Infernal is also a fair bit of damage. As you can see, on the flank angle is Elyoya. Can he actually get in there? Looks like Xiaohu is going to spot him out, but Elyoya had already vacated the area. Light wants to get as many of these sticks into the Drake as possible to make sure they skew the 50-50 if it does come down to that. And Peck Splash being channeled here by Hylissang. That was a bit of a jump scare as Vault Breaker gets Elyoya over the wall and away from the Drake. We are just posturing for position on both sides. The volley's raining down though, actually kind of decent. And there is the hostile takeover. Weiwei gonna have to crash down to get out of the way of that. They're looking to burst the Drake. They do manage to take it, but can they win the ensuing fight? It's a good charm to connect, but Chase, he's just able to dash his way out. Hylissang just gonna be the sacrificial cow. I think Mad might say that that's okay unless Niski gets caught out. It's so much money if he is going to fall down, but it's not him, it's Kazi that dies. And the Mad Lions, they'll have to walk away with 2 dead.
Mad thought they could burst at the Dragon quick enough and get away scot-free, but the return from Chris buys the time that they need, and the chase down potential with Xiaohu means they just can't get away. 2 kills going over for the sake of that Dragon.
Really great angle there from Chris on the ulti. Niski wanted to use this basically as a zoning ult to just force them off. So they go for the finish here. You can see that they're trying to burst it down. They are able to do it, but look at that positioning from Chris over the wall. Catches 4 of them, if not 5. He may even tag Hilly with the very angle. Chasey's able to flash and get out, but Hilly was always going to be that one to go down. The problem is, Carsey, no flash, no real way out. We're back to live. Light could be in trouble.
Yeah, there's the cease and desist. Niski's going to be able to connect the chains. The Everfrost, and he just goes down in an instant.
And that's exactly what Mad Lions need to do in the team fight, because they weren't able to do in that last one. If Weibo were able to group up and prevent that access from Elyoya and Niski, you can see they have the turnaround. But now the Baron is up and available, but I don't think they can go for it at the moment.
For a second, I was like, these guys are crazy. Then everyone's walking up towards it. That would be very brave, to put it lightly. But Niski, 7-0-2. Absolutely is the hope for Matt in this game. We'll see if he can keep this pressure rolling, because he is monstrously ahead of Xiaohu.
I mean, this mid-jungle combo is something that we kind of missed from Mad Lions and LEC. We got to see it a little bit towards the... we got to see it a little bit, but it kind of just fell away to the wayside as the year started to progress. And now we're actually starting to get to see Elyoya and Niski working in tandem once more. And that is a gold lead for sure.
That's a decent one. That is 3,000. Yeah, it's a very good item in the lead, is Niski right now. It does also put a big target on his back as well. So that's a 700 gold shutdown. And that could mean a bit of a swing here for Weibo Gaming if they can actually get a team fight. But still, feels like you say, Rob, it is the Light versus Niski matchup that we're going to have to keep our eye on. And so far, it's Niski that's come out on top in that one.
And Light's not really as threatened as he was earlier, right? His advantage has kind of gone away largely, and they took away that Dragon advantage. You know, it's 2 Dragons, 2 Mad. They're going to be able to take down this top tier one. They were in a great spot. I feel that they are definitely in the advantage at this point. You know, Weibo wanted to be the ones getting every single objective with this early advantage, having this list up, but they just haven't been able to make it happen.
And this is where, even though Cars is behind, he still gets to have relevance, right? Because if you've got Niski and Oyoya playing for side lanes, all right, cool, let's just fire an Ash Arrow over there. We'll see if we can find a pitch for someone. If it lands, fantastic. We can immediately jump in on top of them. But it is those picks that I think Mad Lions still have to try and play for to a certain extent. Because we can see when Wave are all grouped up as a unit, it actually becomes very difficult for you to play the dive style that Mad want to go for.
And when Niski actually completes the death cap, he is going to be ridiculously strong. Has both of the pieces there. The double large rod already has 10 stacks on the dark seal as well, to be amplified by that death cap. So they really want to try to shut him down soon if they can. But it's Weibo playing towards the top side, playing towards this Baron. Do they feel that they're in a desperate enough spot to start it is the real question here.
They do have a lot of secure on the Baron with the Blade of the Ruined King. The fact that Light does have the Rend available, not quite as good as it used to be.
They're going to try to force the TP from Niski.
I wouldn't mind it.
Oh, Oyoya!
Oh dear, there's the flash forward. Don't waste any time as Weiwei's looking to lock down the jungle and they just destroy him. The Shyyy also found on the flank of the fight, but Kazi gonna get him out of there. And now with no jungler, can they actually do anything about this? That's a great sidestep from the Shyyy, but it may not keep him alive. As he wants to Umbral Dash over this wall, he is gonna be able to do so. Meanwhile, the Baron is getting taken down solo. There's no smite to get into this pit. They have to try and win a fight. We'll see what Niski can do with your voice. Hostile takeover is now dead. Now they dive in. They pull out the Shyyy.
Weiwei's down!
Weiwei's down. There's no smite in the pit. There's Shyyy that locks down the Baron. And now the bailout is going to come through. It almost works onto Light, but doesn't quite get there. Mad. It's a decent fight, but they don't get the Baron.
It's absolute insanity in the pit there, as Weibo are lucky to walk away with that one as Mad focused down Weiwei. They get the kill on him after this pick onto Oyoya. They managed this really well.
I think Oyoya just needed the flash. He had it available, but was a little bit greedy, maybe not expecting that many members of Weibo to show up. But also then when you come into this, you can see the position here. Niski goes for the Ari charm to try and position onto the back line, but Weibo able to dash out. They're then using the wall for safety. And then Shyyy, who just barely, with his dying breath, gets in over the wall to secure the Baron in favor of Weibo.
Yeah, they get that, and that is huge for Weibo, because had they lost that, they lost the fight on top. But here's sole point for Matt, uncontested. And Oyoya.
I'm not going to lie, I actually think that getting sole point here and the fact that they managed to tidy up some of the kills kind of evens out the trade a little bit more, unless we see this Red Bull Baron power play get completely out of control. Currently about 2 minutes on that one, as Weibo Gaming look to try and utilize that to get some of these side lanes in order. Xiaohu walking towards enemy vision. Doesn't have a whole lot of information. Is this he's going to find it? That's the solo bolo! This guy's just out of control. 9-0-4.
No one can stop him. The death cap is completed, and it's Niski V9 crushing it in this first game against Weibo.
I mean, what a performance from Niski. I think he's had an absolutely stellar tournament. We're saying coming into this game, like, Niski has been a top performer for Mad, and he's making damn sure everyone knows it. Phenomenal stuff right now, as they're looking to see if they can use that pick now to get the mid lane turret, get push in mid, get the vision that they need in this top side, and start to threaten this tier 2 and top side.
You're now going to get this push happening, trying to come to terms with what's happening here. Not over yet, though, of course. Still, Weibo Gaming with a lot of team fighting capability, and that Baron that is still there. There's a Magnet Storm to fly forward as Niski has a big target on his back, but also has a big stun with that Everfrost. He now needs to try and run away from this one. There are 4 Weibo members looking for him, but he's got enough dashes. He will be okay. He also has a Magnet Storm of his own as Hillisack looking for a potential re-engage opportunity. They're not going to quite get it.
And just get to back away, though, and you can look at mid lane. They've already got position there, and so Niski's just going to keep this up. Bait them in. Shyyy, who wants it?
If at first you don't succeed, you try and dive on top of him again. He manages to avoid the Everfrost. There's the Magnet Storm, and the arrow's going to connect as well. Niski, does he have the cooldown? The answer's no. And 1,000 gold goes to Light in exchange for maybe their base.
Exactly, it's the base. That's the problem here. The Shyyy is back. They're all basing, so they have to be respectful of this. Matt don't want to get caught leaving here, but it is the 1K shutdown over onto Light.
I mean, Barra's supposed to help you crack the base, but I didn't think it was supposed to be on Mad's side. Weibo are trying so hard to keep Mad lines away, stop Niski, but he's such a massive threat that when they commit everyone, they've already got the push from Karzi in mid lane. So Xiaohu, this is the initial pick, sets Niski up then to be that threat in the side lane, and then
I've never seen a chain
gone.
From like an abductive stun hit for that much. Like that was absurd.
That was 30-40% of his HP. The Everfrost slow connects. Niski tries to look for the turn here. He was always slated to go down because the rest of his team is not there, but they're just trying to buy some time. Carzy throws in the Ash Arrow, see if they can make something happen. But Niski does fall, and you can see the gold swinging a little bit back towards Weibo with that. But at the same time, Mad cracked the base, and Weibo are just kind of roaming around as a squad. They're saying, you know what? This game cannot slow down like this. We can't allow them to play through side lanes. No one can answer Niski. We just need to start fights, and we just need to outplay them if we're going to win this game.
They need to try and get the fights on their own terms as well. You can see Mad trying to hold on to vision priority in their own jungle. Not necessarily working out with the Shyyy protecting that control ward. Hylissang in a bit of trouble. He's going to break the chains. Doesn't have a lot of great places to go, but he's going to be able to get back to the rest of his team.
I love the enhancement pickup from Weiwei though. Being able to put that onto Niski, not only does it give you the extra little bit of CC on him, the fact that you're not going to take as much damage with him is such a massive pickup here. Carzy is actually starting to do damage, like has the Triforce working towards that Play the Rune King, but when Niski is this much of a problem and you need to refine, that's a really smart pickup from Weiwei on that second item.
Just waiting for this next objective fight, because both of these big objectives coming up at exactly the same time is fantastic for Mad. They're the ones with Soul Point. They can give away a singular Drake, but if they manage to get themselves a Baron, they've already got an open front door to walk through.
Absolutely, but you have to look at the vision over on this top side from Weibo. Like this is
that's a lot of
huge amount of vision in this area. There's just so many wards up there. So we'll see if Mad can kind of clear that out and maintain vision. You know, they, I think, should be playing towards this Soul Win condition. I think that almost secures it. When you're looking at how much damage Niski is doing, if you add in the Infernal Soul, it is going to get impossible, it feels like, for Weibo to do anything.
Oh, the Shyyy get a face check. There's a headbutt pulp, but the rest of the team are going to be there because that's just been the last bit of time with Weibo. Chasey looking for a flank angle, but Light is going to spot him immediately, gets him out of there. Looks like spotted on a ward. Now the volleys are flying in. The Shyyy might be cornered here. Another headbutt bulb is going to come through. Gore Drinker comes down. He's staying alive for so incredibly long. And Yoya goes golden. They're trying to keep themselves alive, but the hostile takeover is massive. So much damage, and Niski shut down immediately. And now Chasey, nothing he can do. Kazi's trying to stay alive, and they are all just dropping the flash forward, and the Shyyy will finish it off.
The Shyyy was not the target that you needed to pick, man. They all jump onto him and Weibo come out on top.
Yeah, they push out mid. They're going to go back towards the Dragon, and they can probably get the Baron off this as well. They got shredded by the hostile takeover. Elyoya going to look to try to steal this away. If he could get it, would be massive. Does have one pink board, but can't do it too early, or it gives away that he's there.
See whether he does time it correctly. He's charging the Vault Breaker. Can he get in there? And the answer is no, because he doesn't even go for it. He didn't want to sacrifice himself for this because it would have meant Baron as well.
I think it might still mean Baron, but no, they're not actually going to attempt it. They're just going to take the reset.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you're actually in a good spot here, as Matt, as long as you don't overcommit to this. But you can see here, they all turn on to the Shyyy, but he managed to have the Sterix, the Core Drinker, the Aatrox healing. There is so much that keeps him alive, and now you've all overcommitted way into the position for Weiwei, and Carzy's just playing catch-up this whole fight. You've got Crisp and also the Callisto are doing so much work. There's little that you can do here as Matt.
And Crisp had a really nice R flash there to actually redirect it to get the right angle, to get it through those multiple members of Mad, create that space for his team. Look at the team fight damage from Light. If you create space for this guy, he's going to make it work. And Niski on the other side had nothing done.
And I think it's lack of patience from Mad. If you'd actually play that slow, draw Weibo into position, because the flanks are perfect. Now, though, they do have those flanks, and Weibo needs to be careful.
Here's an opportunity for Mad to try and answer back. Weibo getting ready. The arrow is going to sail by majestically, but not going to get anything done. There's Mad still trying to get in position, but Weibo Gaming just walk away. They're going to try and look for a better opportunity, find the opportune fight for themselves. This might be it. There's the Flash Magnet Storm. Only under 2 though at this time, but there's the Fate's Call. They try and get him away once again as Weiwei is going to get executed. And now, with the amount of disengage that's happened, Mad have regrouped. And it's the Shyyy that's trying to desperately get something done here. Spirit Rush from Niski going to be utilized to move forward, but that is just a clean pick onto the jungler. I've seen this story before.
And that's the patience that's happening. Hilly, though, needs to be getting over the wall.
Oh dear, the Infernal Chains are going to come down. He's just dead. He does manage to get a headbutt, but that is going to be it. He hasn't bought enough time, and Mad are going to have to back away from the Baron.
Chasey flash Q.
All right, now it's the Shyyy that's trying to get in here. Fate's Call gets the knock up onto Kazi. The priority time, but Chasey is He's trying to get this one done. Into the backline goes Elyoya. But Niski is charmed and destroyed immediately. Kazi goes all out. He's trying to get light, and now, oh, he's going to get that one working. Chasey's going to fall down, and the Shyyy is just too big to deal with.
Chasey tried to split up the fight, tried to take light out of it, but the GA making the difference, the bailout bot time, Xiaohu pushes up mid. They're going to be able to take this tier 3 down in mid lane. Weibo just straight up outplaying in the team fight. The Shyyy making it happen, Chris making it happen. This team is looking immaculate in the 5v5, and they're stepping forward. They want to close it out right now, Atlas.
And even with that first pick going off, is now Elyoya is just out of the fight before he can even get it started. Pillow he is just going to fall, and the Nexus turret will follow soon. It's a double kill for this Kalista. 11, 3, and 8. He started with so much money, he only continued earning more as the Nexus goes down, and Weibo Gaming will take game 1.
Weibo showcased their 5v5 class. This team is incredible in the team fight. Most teams, I think, in the position that Mad was in would have crumbled against them. But the way that they navigate these 5v5s, the way that they're able to split it up and make these skirmishes on both sides is really something to behold.
Massive plays, both from Shyyy and Trace both dispersed that. Every time we saw Mad Line going that step too far, taking the fight that bit too quick, it was a charm coming through from Shyyy to keep light safe. It was the Grace ultimate that was coming through as well. But I think we've talked enough. I'm going to send it over to the desk. And hopefully it is the desk this time. To try to explain that away. We did it!
Thank you so much. The Shyyy, why do you keep doing it to us? Literally in those skirmishes, the fact that they couldn't kill him in that almost last fight. And then, my God, I'm so frustrated.
It's so annoying.
Kadril, I don't even want to see you smiling
I immediately want to get into a replay that I have about this Baron because it really encapsulates how chaotic this game was. We're going to start off pause and we're going to talk about exactly how everything breaks down because remember at the start of this clip, Elyoya is dead. You'll see this on the top left of your screen. He face checked to try and get some information. So let's start rolling the clip and let's see exactly what happened. So the Shyyy is just kind of getting poked off on the side lane. The ultimate from Kazi has been used. We can roll the clip, production team. And you'll notice as well that like at the back of the pit, look at Chasey. So pause it right here. So at this point, Chasey is just walking into the back line and all 3 members get CC'd while the Shyyy is trapped on the back. Mad are actually going to do a great job positionally, actually keeping Kazi safe, hitting on the back line. Niski working with his top laner to do as much damage as possible. And let's roll out the clip once again as they isolate Weiwei and they get this initial kill. But the jungle are gone and the rest of Weibo trying to retreat from the fight. Chasey once again with a great ultimate onto the Shyyy means that the Baron ends up getting stolen by the REQ. But it's actually Mad that end up winning out the fight, but 2 of the Barons still remain alive. And it was just like a great representation of how chaotic this game was. Constant back and forth fights, skirmishes between the 2 teams. Never really clear who walked away with an advantage.
I agree, and I think it also showcased why it is so difficult, I'm going to say now, for the EU teams to beat LPL teams in a single game as well, because you need to have 100% focus 100% of the time, and you need to squeeze percentage 100% of the time. And Matt took their foot off the pedal for 1 second.
They may never mentally recover from this. Niski was 9-0.
That's crazy.
They, I think, had a better scaling team, but then the fights down the stretch didn't